Okay, now we've done the first and the second move in the Beijing 24, the opening move and parting the horse's mane. The third move is white crane opens her wings. So to get into the position for white crane opens her wings, we part the horse's mane, the second move, and after we part the horse's mane, the back foot slides a half a step. So it slides up to about the heel. Typically we don't go too far, we just slide up to the heel. And then this heel presses down as this heel comes up. So this heel presses down and this heel comes up. So I step, I parted the horse's mane, I step, shift the weight forward, slide the back foot. And now as this heel goes down, this one comes up and my weight shifts to the back foot. Notice when my weight shifts, it doesn't shift forward. I kind of round my back a little and draw the abdomen in. So I shift like that. This foot I'm able to pick up because my weight is 95% on the back foot. And I'm just on the ball of my foot here. Once again, I'll do it, parting the horse's mane, slide the back foot half a step, and the arm is by the side of the leg. The leg moves the arm along. And then we shift the weight. And as you can see, when we shifted the weight, I went into white crane opening her wings. So it's pretty simple, but it happens all in one motion. I part the horse's mane, slide the back foot half a step, white crane flashes her wings. So when I flash my wing like this, the wings are open. And if you think of a bird, it's if you think of your arm like a bird, the wing curves a little, like it's open. And this would be curving this way. So you have this curve in here and the curve there. So my arm's not way out here, not too far out, it's just about right here. And the only thing holding up my arm is my shoulder and the elbow. This part, this forearm is just hanging loose. Fingers are relaxed. This hand, you can see, is turned to face downward with a bend in the elbow. So it's rounded like if it was a wing turning inward, and this is rounded as if it were a wing turning outward. And some people call it white crane opens her wings or white crane flashes her wings, but virtually it is like wings of a bird. So you want to have that comfortable feeling where the arm is up like this. That hand is blocking and protecting, and that hand is there. So this is what it looks like from the side. So we part the horse's mane, we step in, and now after we part the horse's mane, we slide in. You can see for 1 second here, we find the ball. There's always this connection between the hands. We slide the hands in, and as we shift the weight, the ball is there and then it's stretched. We're here, we slide in, turn, and the fingers stretch apart. So you might just practice this feeling of the fingers stretching apart. And that is what's happening, that the connection's remaining. So you have the opposite forces going again, the yang hand and the yin hand here. So it's the right hand in this particular move going up. Not too high, this is about the level of the shoulder. And it's just relaxed, sitting there. And it's in a position where it can strike. So the second part of this move, the white crane opens its wings, and then as we sink down, we strike. So we're up here, we strike. That happens in coordination with the sinking move, meaning we don't strike and then sink. It all happens at once. So the actual sinking helps to propel that movement. And the striking also is important. Even if you're not practicing martial application, we're still threading the chi through the arm. We're moving the energy. So the limbs move all one at a time. So instead of just thinking of striking, we're here, and then it comes into this position here, and then as it goes forward, the elbow moves, and then the wrist rolls, and then it's a strike at the end. So it's a rolling strike. We're here, comes down, and then when it strikes, the elbow goes forward, the wrist, the finger, the palm. So it's completely relaxed the arm, and at the end is the little strike. Now in Tai Chi, gentle movements, we're just moving slow, and even though there's that strike at the end, there's a little more of that feeling of the force coming at the very end. So when that happens, there's a little flex in the palm. So right here, and then I flex the palm. And that gives the feeling of the chi moving, that pressing feeling. So, white crane opens her wings, sink and strike. This remains here, just in front, as if you're blocking there, and this is here. Strike. Here, sink, strike. So you can actually practice having the arms in this position, finding this position like it's a bird opening its wings. The bird's turning its, these are feathers. The fingers are like the feathers. So you can see the feathers are here. Here the feathers are turned backward. Opening its wings, sink and strike. Opening wings, remember, this pulling apart feeling, strike. We part the horse's mane. We slide back foot, half a step, and for a split second, we find the ball. That means the hands turn to face each other, and then strike. Okay? One more time. Holding the ball, step. Part the horse's mane. Slide back foot, half a step. Shift the weight. Flash the wings. Strike. Okay. Now there's a third part to this movement. So after we strike, we open to the right and we open to the left. Some practices will have us do the movement this way. In this Beijing 24 form, in the way I learned it, we open the arms this way, flip them, and open them this way, and open them that way. So basically, we have just struck with the arm, and then these hands gently rotate to where one palm is facing up, one palm is facing down. And then we flip, sink down, turn, and rise. Flip, sink down, turn, and the turning's happening from the waist. The arms are just staying stationary. Turn. Okay? So it's just, we do that 3 times only. Strike, open to the right. Flip, sink. Open to the left and rise. So you can see this left hand is the upper hand now, this is the lower hand. Left hand's facing up, right hand's facing down. And now I flip and rise. Flip and rise. Flip and rise. So there's an up and down, up and down. And I just let the hands be where they are and turn from the waist. Then I flip. And when the hands turn, I'm rotating from the elbow and shoulder. and they happen in synchronicity. Again, you want to have the feeling of the hands connecting with each other. So try to think of the two hands as one. Even when they're finding the ball, however they move, they remain connected. That gives you this feeling of chi flow in the fingers. So if my hands are like this, I want to have the feeling that I'm pushing down here and pushing up here. Okay? So this hand is pressing down, and the pressing is more mental. It's not like I'm pushing, but if I were to be holding an arm or even a board in between here, this would be pushing one way, and this would be pushing the other way. It's a good practice to, maybe you can have a hanging board somewhere and press one side up and one side down, or have somebody hold the board. So you get that sensation of what's happening. And see here, they flip. The right hand is slightly above the left. Turn, flip. So the upper hand is a little higher. The facing up hand is a little higher. So once again, after we flash the wings, we strike, and we open to the right, sink, open to the left, and actually 3 times, and then we open to the right. And that prepares us for the next move afterwards. So be sure to minimize the hand movements and feel the connection between the two hands. Just let the hands rest right like this. Now don't lock the elbow. A slight bend and about shoulder height, and sink as you go down, feeling the connection, and turn at the waist, looking between the hands, and then flip. This is where we rise, we sink, turning at the waist. So we put all 3 of those together. That is white crane opens her wings, white crane flashes her wings. Now I'll put the whole form together so you can look at it from a side view. We part the horse's mane, slide the back foot half a step, flash the wings, strike, open to the right, flip, open to the left, flip, open to the right. Okay, front view. Part the horse's mane. Second move, slide back foot half a step, shift the weight, flash the wings, strike, open to the right, flip, open to the left, flip, open to the right. And that's white crane, flashes her wings.